On April 23, 2025, India made a significant decision. It suspended the Indus Water Treaty with Pakistan. This treaty, in place for over 6 decades, governs the sharing of water from the Indus River and its tributaries. The decision came in the wake of a terrible tragedy. On April 22, 2025, a terror attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, claimed the lives of 26 innocent people, including tourists. India stated that the treaty would be put in abeyance. This means it is effectively on hold. The suspension reflects India's firm stance against cross-border terrorism. It sends a clear message. Pakistan must cease its support for such activities. The Indus Water Treaty is a vital agreement. It impacts the lives of millions in both India and Pakistan. The suspension has raised concerns and uncertainties. The international community is watching closely. The hope is for a peaceful resolution. Dialogue and cooperation are crucial to restoring normalcy. The shared waters of the Indus River system are a precious resource. They should be a source of cooperation, not conflict. The suspension of the treaty is a serious matter. It highlights the deep impact of terrorism on bilateral relations. The path ahead requires careful consideration. India's decision underscores the need for a comprehensive approach to tackling terrorism. The safety and security of its citizens remain paramount. The international community has a role to play. It can encourage dialogue and peaceful resolution. The focus should be on de-escalation and finding common ground. The Indus Water Treaty, despite its current suspension, represents a framework for cooperation. India's decision to suspend the Indus Water Treaty gives it several options. As an upper riparian state, India controls the flow of water in the Indus River system. This gives it leverage in managing its water resources. One option is to stop releasing water from reservoirs into Pakistan. This could impact Pakistan's agricultural season, especially for sowing crops. India could also choose to disregard design restrictions on its dams. The treaty imposed certain limitations on the design and operation of Indian dams on the western rivers. With the treaty suspended, India has more freedom. It can potentially enhance its water storage capacity. Operational restrictions on reservoir filling could also be disregarded. This means India could fill its reservoirs to maximum capacity. This would further increase its control over water flow. Another significant option is to withhold flood data from Pakistan. Sharing this data is crucial, especially during the monsoon season. It helps Pakistan prepare for potential floods and minimize damage. However, with the treaty suspended, India is no longer obligated to share this information. This could have serious consequences for Pakistan's flood management systems. The suspension gives India a stronger position. It can now utilize its water resources more strategically. However, it is crucial for India to act responsibly. Unilateral actions could escalate tensions. A balanced approach is essential. The Indus Waters Treaty is a landmark agreement signed in 1960. It addressed a critical issue, sharing the waters of the Indus River system between India and Pakistan. The treaty allocated the eastern rivers Sutlej, Beas and Ravi primarily to India. The western rivers, Indus, Jhelum and Chenab, were largely allocated to Pakistan. While India has control over the eastern rivers, it can still utilize the western rivers for specific purposes. These include domestic use, non-consumptive use like fishing, agriculture and hydroelectric power generation. However, there are limitations on how much water India can use and for what purpose. These limitations are now under scrutiny with the treaty's suspension. The treaty was a result of years of negotiations. It was brokered by the World Bank. It has been lauded as a successful example of transboundary water cooperation. However, the treaty has also seen its share of disputes. Pakistan has often raised concerns over Indian dam projects on the western rivers. It cites design concerns and potential impact on water flow downstream. Despite the challenges, the Indus Waters Treaty has played a crucial role. It has provided a framework for managing a shared resource. It has also prevented the issue of water from escalating into a full-blown conflict. The current suspension puts this framework at risk. The suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty has cast a shadow of uncertainty. The road ahead is unclear. The impact on Pakistan, particularly its agricultural heartland of Punjab, could be significant. The region relies heavily on the waters of the Indus and its tributaries. Any disruption in water flow could have severe consequences for food security. The international community has a responsibility to encourage dialogue. A peaceful resolution is in the best interest of both India and Pakistan. The Indus Water Treaty, despite its current status, represents a foundation for cooperation. It is a testament to the possibility of finding common ground on complex issues. The Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties provides some guidance. Article 62 of the Convention allows for the termination of a treaty due to fundamental changes in circumstances. While the Indus Water Treaty does not have a specific abrogation clause, this provision could be invoked. India has already taken a step in this direction. In 2024, it sent a formal notice to Pakistan seeking a review and modification of the treaty. The suspension adds another layer to this complex issue. It remains to be seen how the situation will unfold. However, one thing is certain: the stakes are high, and the need for a peaceful resolution is paramount.